Hello and welcome to this live workshop. We're here on a Thursday. Normally all our workshops are on a Wednesday, so we've kind of switched it up a bit this week. So thank you for joining us. What I'm going to talk about in this workshop are dropouts. So what they are and what they need. And it's to help anyone with a bicycle at home that wants to understand a bit more what they can do with their bicycle. So this is applicable to anyone that owns a bike, and it's to try and just discuss the different combinations you can fit onto your bicycle frame. And what really determines that what you can fit onto your bicycle are these dropouts here. So this area of the bike, the rear wheel, really determines what you can do. It tells you what gears you can run, if you can run a single speed, you can run a hub gear, all those combinations. It's really important that you understand what to look for on your frame. And what I'm going to do today is just talk you through different combinations and show you fitting some rear wheels and what type of gears you can fit with different types of dropouts. I'm going to have a quick beer as well. So if you're joining, it's a Thursday, we're almost Friday. So crack open a beer and join in. I've got my bamboo mug. So if you missed an earlier video, we talk all about bamboo and all the different attributes of it. And one of those that's really cool is that you can use it as a beer mug. So have a go. Today I have got a New World Northern Monk IPA. Okay, something I picked up in the local Morrison's, so not very imaginative, but you can all try it if you want to. Cheers. Okay, so first off, I'm going to show you the regular derailleur. So for those of you that aren't familiar, just going to show you what a derailleur is. This is a derailleur, okay? So this is your standard derailleur that you'll see on most bikes. It's the common gear system. And if you're looking at your bicycle, you want to know if you're applicable for a derailleur, then just move that light out here a bit so it's not. Okay. So if you want to see if your bike's applicable for a derailleur, it's going to need one of these hangers. Okay, so a hanger like this is really important. And that means that the derailleur can fit directly on here like so. So if you haven't got a hanger, you can't fit a derailleur. And I'm just going to fit this on the frame so you can see what I'm talking about. So if you've got one of our modular kits, you'll know that you can fit. So this is our carbon kit here. So it's all pre-molded connections. And you fit the bamboo. And what's really cool is with this kit, you get the combination of carbon, which gives you really good stiffness and the lightweightness of it. And then you get the natural dampening of bamboo as well. So that's really, really useful, giving you a really unique ride. So I fitted one on there. So that's your drive side. And then if you're looking, that's your non-drive side. Okay, so that's going to fit on the other. Okay, so what we're looking at here is we're looking at rear derailleurs, how you fit a rear derailleur and what type of dropout you're going to need. So I'll just fit that on there. And then I'm just going to show you where you fit the derailleur onto this so you can see it in the frame. So if you're looking at your frame at home, you'll get a bit more of an idea of it. So I'm going to take this. So this is the derailleur here. I'm going to take this and you're going to need an M5 Allen key. And that's just going to tighten up onto here like so. And that gets tightened on. And then just so that you understand a bit more, that's your cassette. That's what the derailleur is going to move up and down and change gear. So this is a standard cassette. So that's going to fit on. Okay, so that fits in here. So, and that's your QR. So that's your set here. Okay. So that might look familiar to everyone. You've got your cassette there and you've got the rear derailleur. So that's one setup you can do with this modular dropout. Okay. The other option you've got is we've got a flat mount disc brake. So you see the flat mount fit in here. That's going to fit on as well. So that's something you can look out for your frame here, and that slides in there like so. I'm just going to cover the gearing today. So we're just going to look at different types of gearing you can fit on your bicycle. So I'm going to take this off, and the next option we're going to look at is single speed, okay? So I'm going to talk you through how you'd set up a single speed or a hub gear. So a hub gear is where all the gears are internalised inside of a hub. Okay. So I'm going to take that derailleur off, and I'm going to show you what a single speed dropout looks like and how it works, okay? So if you're just joining us, we do loads of these live videos, so you can look back, and if you're enjoying what you're seeing, subscribe. And you can learn all about building bamboo bikes and different techniques. At the moment, I'm just talking about dropouts. So I'm talking about the rear fittings on your bicycle so that you can understand what you can do with your bicycle at home and what changes you can make. With our kit, we supply 3 options. And I've just talked through the first one, which is this cassette with a derailleur. The next one I'm going to talk about is single speed, okay? So you may have seen single speeds out and about, you know, the fixie cool kids with single speeds. If you're in a flat place, we're based in London, which is really quite flat. It's a really, really good option for a lot of people for a simple, cheap setup. Okay, so I'm going to take off the geared derailleur dropouts, and I'm now going to fit the single speed dropouts, and this will all fit onto the same frame. And I'm just going to show you exactly what to look for on your bicycle to see if you can do a single speed. So these are the dropouts, okay guys? They're slotted, and the benefit of them being slotted is that you can tension the single speed, so you can create a tension. Okay, so I'm going to slot those on and just show you how they work. So same fitting, but I'm going to set this up as a single speed. So that slides on there. And again, the non-drive side is the same slot. So they're exactly the same. Okay, so you can see slotted. So if your frame at home has got that slot, it means you can set it up as a single speed. If it hasn't, you need to keep it as a geared bicycle. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what a single speed looks like. So we've got standard single speed, and this one's got what's known as a flip-flop hub. So we've got a fixed sprocket here, so that's fixed, and then we've got a single free wheel here, so that can rotate. So not all single speeds are fixed gear. You've got a free wheel which can run and you don't need to pedal, and you've got a fixed. And whichever way you want to set that up in the dropouts, you can set that up however you want. And again, that will slide into the dropout like so. Just loosen off the nuts, and that slides in. And then when we want to put the chain on, we then can pull the wheel back on the slot, and that allows us just to tension the gearing and make sure that we can get the chain tense. Okay, so that is a single speed setup. Okay, so those are some of the options with our kit. We've got the single speed, we've got the geared option, and the final thing we do have is we have a through axle. So if you look there, you can see that large circle, which is 12 millimeters. We've got the same on the drive side, and that's a through axle. And again, it's got the same derailleur fit in there, okay? So that's all your fittings on a modular dropout, all the different options, and that's something to look out on your bicycle of what you can do. So if you've got any questions about dropouts and you want to understand what a modular dropout, what I've gone through here is a modular dropout, so it's changeable. It's very rare that you get a bicycle with a modular dropout. Because we custom build all our bicycles, we want people to have that option to change. and it gives better longevity to the frame. So we created this modular option, but all these different options are applicable to your bike. So if you go home and have a look at your bike, you can see whether you've got a single speed or whether you've got a derailleur hanger, and it gives you different options to create your own bicycle. That's all for now. Do look through some of our old videos, but that covers modular dropouts and different options and to give you a few ideas. Thanks for tuning in.